After the show podcast. And so today, if you use Apple Pay or Google Pay or, I guess they're Venmo, whatever, whatever you want to pay for on your smartphone. Yeah, right, exactly. Or if you've ever wanted to, this is the podcast for you.
Oh, we're experts now?
Yeah, because we paid somebody twice on Venmo.
That makes sense. Once not an expert, 2 times successfully, absolutely. It was thanks to really producer Bailey was the first to bring Venmo to our attention.
Yeah.
Not that it hadn't been around for a couple of years, right. but Bailey was the first to. I've used PayPal forever, but Venmo it's definitely easier. You know what my only hang-up was on Venmo at first?
It's too social.
Somebody
knows what you're doing.
I just can't stand that.
That part's kind of weird, considering some of the things that I pay for with it. But
right, is this a rated R podcast?
No. I'm just saying there's some things that you do that you don't necessarily. It's like, hey man, thanks for spotting me the cash or whatever.
Yeah, but Venmo you could make it private.
Yeah,
so there's no dollar amount.
Well, there are 3 choices there, and I tightened it up as far as I could. Of
course,
nobody can see anything.
I'm paying you, but nobody knows nothing.
Right. In fact, the people I'm paying don't even know what I'm paying for. But the social aspect of it, I don't know. When you start to watch everybody else's conversations, it's kind of funny.
It is. Because you see, they'll put an emoji of a pizza slice and then some random comment, and it's like,
Yeah. And then, there's some things, Bailey, that I see, like, you kind of live vicariously through your other friends in that social network. Hey, they all split a limo together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That must have been a great evening because you don't get a limo unless you're really having fun. Right?
Yeah.
And
that's really
true,
either way you look at it. You can look at that in a negative way, that like Venmo is only promoting people to like have fun so they can show everybody else how much fun they're having. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I would never have thought of that. I would just think it's a more convenient way to pay, and it happens to be,
it
live.
happens to be
social.
show off.
Yeah, it happens to be socially.
Yeah,
social.
it's a little weird because, I like to consider, the exchange of money as a private transaction.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you can start doing, you can actually start putting your own comments that mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Bragging, not about what you're doing.
Right. Well, I think I see people doing that right now, too, just for the fun of it. It's really, But I guess the most popular use of it probably is splitting a check at a meal. It's just so easy to do one check, you pay your friends back, and you're done.
And you can do that while you're sitting there. They pay, and then boom, they got the cash before they're actually even paid.
Yeah.
Right. We've not done it that way yet. We've paid our pet sitter.
Yeah, twice.
And
my only hang up was that if you use a credit card, you get charged the percentages, and I really don't like tying my debit card to things.
Well, let me tell you about this, Murphy. I have the Venmo card, and
that's right.
Yeah, I can, instead of giving them my debit card, I can give them the Venmo card.
Yeah,
and it will, after immediately when they swipe it, it pops up on my phone, and I can choose to split between the people that I'm with. So through the app, I can just go click, click, click. I want these people to pay for it, and you can choose how much, who's going to tip, and all that kind of stuff.
The card throws another thing into it for me.
Weird.
It confuses
and it's
me.
It's just a debit card.
Yeah. It's a card that links to the app that links to the bank. It's too much.
Weird.
Yeah,
it's
you're right,
like,
Jody. It's an extra step.
I thought the whole point of the Venmo was to eliminate so I guess I just don't get that.
So can you get Venmo checks?
Can we just go backwards in time?
Yeah.
Have you started to pay?
She's holding up the line. She's writing a Venmo check.
Murphy, you're not wearing your smartwatch today. What's up with the universe?
I forgot. I can't get in the habit.
Can you pay with your watch?
Yes, my watch does Google Pay. But I've
Have
not
you done
tried
it yet?
No, I haven't done it yet. The reason I haven't done it, I need to kind of do a dry run. Seriously, because
where?
I don't know where. I mean, it's the subway down the street that we go down to has, you can do, I think you can do Apple Pay and Google Pay there. But I'm concerned that the first time that I do it, I'm going to hold up the line. I'm going to screw it up. I'm not going to know what I'm doing. Is it really coming from my watch, or is it my watch communicating with my phone?
Do they think you're ignoring them and just looking for the time?
You've got Google Pay anxiety.
I mean, by the time that I get to that, it's just a $5 footlong.
Yeah.
Break out the cash.
Come on, buddy.
Look, it's the brand new version of somebody pulling out their checkbook and sitting there writing the whole thing.
It's true.
Now,
maybe it is.
Okay, now before we start going down that road, I do Apple Pay a lot.
Yes,
I've done done Google Pay a couple times with the phone. I mean, I've paid for things online with both, but when you use your phone to Apple Pay, it's just the little card reader that you're usually using your card on. There's an area on it. You just put your phone by it, and it goes ding, and it's done. It's not like you have to search for a mystery button or anything like that. It's just, I'm paying with Apple Pay. Okay, they hit a button on the register, ding, it's done.
So it uses NFC is what that's called. It's kind of like
National Football Conference.
I'm guessing that's what it is because there's so many different ways to do that. Some apps use a QR code. So there's no one way of paying it. And again, that's my panic. Being at the fast food restaurant and slowing the process.
Yeah, now Walmart Pay uses the QR code.
Okay.
Yeah, do that all the time.
I have not done any paying that way.
Yeah,
you know that.
I'm still I use plastic, the chip. I'm in, I'm out, I'm done. Although the chip has slowed the process down too. Swiping used to be a lot faster. The chip, not everybody's chip reader reads as fast as it should.
Yeah.
And I realize that I'm only talking about 10, 15 seconds here. I'm not talking about, minutes at a time. But
you ever leave your card in the chip reader and walk away like you're done and ma'am, your card.
Yeah. Ding, ding.
Oh, no, those things go off so much.
Right, yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I've never had it.
I went to a place where it didn't. Yeah, I went to a place where it didn't make a noise. And I left my card there.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is I got it 2 minutes later. They're like, "Ma'am, got your card here."
Wow. Now, usually every place that I go, it makes some sort of noise. And of course, every place, that's part of the problem. They don't have one universal sound to let you know. Mm-hmm. One of them is a bell that goes off. One time, the way that it beeped, I thought the fries were ready. I didn't realize it was me, leaving my card in the reader.
Also, too, and this is just a minor inconvenience, is that the retailers and merchants that do accept those payment plans or those payment forms, they need to put that somewhere because
you have to ask.
There are some that have it on the door out front and on the card reader, but I'm just going to throw Old Navy out there. They take Apple Pay and Google Pay,
right?
But you don't know it because it's not on the reader until at some point on the screen it pops up, and
then you change your mind and want to use it.
Yeah. And it's like, I like to know going in, I'm going to pay with Apple Pay so I can have the phone out when I get to the register and just go, fwing, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should look at the front door the next time you go in.
Exactly.
Maybe they have the sign up for it. I guess I'm going to have to try Google Pay here soon. And I do want to try it because the watch to me is super cool.
Yeah.
If I can do it that way, and it's sort of like you could almost make the people behind you think you're not paying at all. he just walked up to the register and walked away.
That's true though, because when I do go Walmart and I do Walmart Pay, you do it before you start ringing things up. You do the QR code, and then while you're you do all your stuff, and it says I'm done. You click it, and then within 5 seconds it says approved.
Yeah,
and you walk out.
You walk away, and so it does look like. This dude just rang up everything, and he looked at his phone, and he left. Mm-hmm. He didn't pay anything.
It's just a new way.
Other than time-saving stuff, I imagine it's probably a bit safer than carrying around the little magnetic cards.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody buying those RFID things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. As long as your phone is charged, you're in good shape.
Yeah, and as long as the Wi-Fi or whatever it is, or
right,
everything is working in the store, because I've had problems at stores before where it's like, come on, bring it up. And
we depend on it so much.
Go ahead, sign in. It's like, I am signed in. And so then break out the card.
Well, yeah.
Such an inconvenience.
Apple Pay, I don't think you can use Apple Pay on an Android phone, but you can use Google Pay on an iPhone?
Yeah, I have Google Pay on mine.
You hear what you guys are saying? I just realized something.
This is why Jody doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
No wonder it's so hard for kids to understand the way we pay for things and to understand just the basic way to handle money. There's so many more options of ways to handle money. I remember the first times I let Phoebe help me with the card and swiping. They like to do that, and I'm trying to explain these things. And now, if Murphy's going to start paying for stuff on his watch, we really need to educate on what is actually happening here.
Yeah, maybe we should start by them not calling the ATM the cash machine.
The money machine, yeah. All you do is swipe your watch, and it's free.